I know nobody wants to talk about this stuff, but it's really important. And I think that you've worked hard, you've built a good practice, or you're building a great practice. And I think you owe it to yourself and those around you and those you love to make sure that inflation and the devaluing of currency doesn't hurt you in a way that you later come to regret. Hello there, everybody. It's Dr. Glenn Krieger here with another episode of your 5-Minute Friday. And today I want to talk about money. I want to talk about your money. I want to talk about your team's money. And I want to talk about the economy. Now, it's no surprise, unless you've been living under a rock, that there's been a lot of discussion out there about the challenges that we may all face very shortly when it comes to the economic situation in front of us. There's been a lot of reasons why that's happening, and no matter what side of the aisle you're on, so to speak, there's a lot of fingers to be pointing at a lot of people for a lot of reasons. And before I get into that, I just want to remind you all, because you know this already, that the one place I've created for all of you to help succeed, to help reduce your stress, to help create more consistency and stability in your practice is the Orthopreneur Summit. So I sincerely hope you've signed up at opsummit2023.com. We're about 80% full already. The team track sold out months ago, and it's going to sell out, and you're going to miss it, and it's going to get more expensive between now and September. So just go sign up September 7th to 10th in Orlando. It's going to be the best meeting of the year. Everybody always talks about it. You're going to have FOMO, and you're going to wish you'd been there. So join 1,000 of your friends and be there, and let me take care of you for a few days the way you take care of your patients. Now, in relation to the economic and life stuff we're dealing with, I have a question for you. When it comes to your team and money, have you increased their pay? Now, I know this sounds like a silly question, but number one, we know that inflation has kind of run amok in the last 12 months, and it's caused a lot of our team members to struggle financially. The cost of eggs was famously increased, but lots of things across the board due to inflation, right, have gone up considerably. I had an air conditioning company come out to my house and tell me, you know, we really suggest you get started soon because we're anticipating a 7.8% price increase in 2 months. I said, when was the last price increase you had? They said, well, we did about 7% about 6 months ago. And this is not just this air conditioning company. People, in many respects, unfortunately, are using supply chain issues, and I do air quotes when I say that, to scare people and to take advantage of situations unfairly. And I'm surprised people haven't stepped in to deal with that. But it means that our team members and us are spending more money on more things. And have you increased their pay to help them? Have you increased pay to retain them? Because you're likely going to lose people at some point, because loyalty to a brand only extends so far when people can't pay their bills. And most importantly, have you raised your fees? Now, I'm not sitting here on air telling you all go raise your fees. I am asking you to evaluate your fees and determine whether or not the cost of goods and services for which you are currently paying and have been paying, which have gone up considerably, are you just absorbing those? Have you decided that the extra 5% fuel surcharge that the company gives you is okay being paid for out of your pocket? Are you happy paying everything you're paying more of now, taking home the same or actually less? Because not only are you paying more to outside vendors and other entities, which means your profitability decreases, but every dollar you take home is decreased because of inflationary issues. So you're getting hit on two angles here. So again, at the end of the day, what are your fees and what are you paying your team? I would strongly consider and suggest that you sit there and look on a spreadsheet, or at least do some calculations to see whether or not, number one, you should raise your fees at this time if you haven't already. Number two, if you think you're going to raise your fees, I might suggest to do it in one lump sum as opposed to 1% this month, 1% next month, which tends to be a bit annoying to patients. And number three, if you're raising your fees, how much do you need to raise them to account for the same, at least, if not more, take home at the end of the day in terms of value, and to absorb the increased cost that you may hopefully offer to supply to your team as well? I know nobody wants to talk about this stuff, but it's really important. And I think that you've worked hard, you've built a good practice, or you're building a great practice. And I think you owe it to yourself and those around you and those you love to make sure that inflation and the devaluing of currency doesn't hurt you in a way that you later come to regret, and to be able to take care of those around you. So I hope this helps. I want to wish you a great day. I'm always here if you need anything, and please sign up for Summit. We're going to sell out one way or the other. I'm doing this because every year around this time, 5-6 months before the meeting, we're 80-90% full, and people wait, and the price is going up. And the closer we get, the more it's going to go up. I'm trying to save you money, okay? And I'd love to see you there. It's going to be a great meeting. We have some amazing speakers. Go to opsummit2023.com to see who's speaking, and I promise you, you're going to want to sign up. See you there, and have a great day.